and graduation requirements. Now, today is just going to be an introduction meeting to talk to you about what to do, and then on Thursday, they're going to come back and they're going to help you to complete your registration cards. So we have Ms. Holly Walker from Gaithersburg High School and Mr. Ramirez. So we're going to turn it over to them.
Good morning, 8th graders. We are excited to have you coming to Gaithersburg High School into 9th grade. Big changes ahead for you. We're going to review the registration process. I'm sorry, it's through the TV and not in person, so you can ask questions. However, if you have questions, let your teachers know and they can email them to Ms. Stern and we will try to answer them. If we cannot get them answered today, we will be back on Thursday to your science classes where we can answer those questions before you put in your classes.
So the graduation requirements for the 2019-2020 class are as follows. 4 English credits, 4 math credits, including geometry, algebra 1, algebra 2, and an elective. Science, which is 3 credits, biology, chemistry, and physics. Social studies, which is U.S. history, NSL government, and world history. Technology, which you would need 1 credit. And PE, another credit, and underneath that would be art. Art would be 1 credit, 0.5 credits of health, and you have your electives, which would be 2 credits of a world language, which at GHS we offer Spanish and French. You have 2 credits of an advanced technology, or some of our other elective options.
The additional requirements are your SSL hours, and I know that in middle school you started already working on your SSL hours, your student service hours. The requirement is 75 in order to graduate. If you get over 260, you get a special tassel. There's also 4 assessments that you need to pass in order to graduate. Algebra 1 PARCC assessment, the English 10 PARCC, the NSL Government HSA, and the MISA. 8th graders, you take MISA in 8th grade, and you will also take it in 10th or 11th, depending on which science classes you're taking. Those are requirements in order to graduate. If you are taking algebra at the middle school level, you have already taken or will take the algebra PARCC. If you pass it here, you do not have to take it again.
High school credits earned in middle school. High school courses successfully completed while in middle school will be included in the GPA calculation beginning in the 9th grade. Middle school students must meet the same requirements as high school students and complete full 2-semester sequences while in middle school, earning a final grade of A, B, C, or D.
Promotion policy. This is a huge change from middle school. In middle school, if you fail a class, such as English or math, you are still promoted to the next grade level. However, in high school, that is different. In order to be promoted from 9th to 10th grade, you have to have 1 credit in English, 1 credit in math, and 1 credit in world studies. If you do not pass those classes, you do not move on to the 10th grade year. 10th grade is the same, except there's an addition of a science credit. Because you need 3 science credits and 3 world studies credits, each year you must earn those in order to be promoted to the next grade level.
So when you look at your registration card, please make sure that you fill out all the information on the top left. Your teacher recommendations will be on the top right, and also make sure that you fill out all your alternative courses in case classes are full. So that way, make sure you have any electives that you might want to take under there right after you pick your seven courses.
If you notice on the registration card, there is a semester 1 and a semester 2 section. That's very important that you put the A and the B to all your courses. So for example, English 9A, you would write English 9A in semester 1. In semester 2, you'd write English 9B. Every course in high school has an A and a B part. You must register for both parts in order to get the full credit. The alternative choices are important because if for some reason we can't get you your 7 first choice classes, we will then go down to your alternative. If there are no alternative classes listed, we then choose which alternative course to put you in. It's also important at the top left box where it says IEP 504 ESOL. If you have an IEP, a 504, or an ESOL plan, it's really important that you check that box so that we can make sure we get you into the right sections of the courses. On the back of your card are all of the choices to the courses that you have. You must choose an English, a math, a science, a world studies. Those are 4 classes that you must choose. Those are absolute musts for 9th graders. Most 9th graders also get their PE credit out of the way. It's not required as a 9th grader, but just know that most 9th graders get their PE credit done while in their freshman year. If you sign up for a language, it's important to continue with that language, such as if you are in Spanish 2 right now, it's important to go on to Spanish 3, okay, as a high schooler. For World Studies, if your World Studies teacher is recommending you for AP NSL, it's important to know that if you are taking the AP class, we are strongly recommending that you also take the AP support class because it's a huge jump going from middle school classes to a college level class. So we want to make sure that you're supported in that work. In that AP support class, you are then giving up one of your elective periods. Okay, it's important to know that. If you are somebody who's already taken IED with Mr. Grove, then you have already earned your tech credit and you are not required to take another tech credit unless obviously you want to.
And you can find that AP support class under miscellaneous and college prep lit 4. Counselor assignments for the 2019-2020 year, PLTW, Biomedical Sciences, if you receive a letter regarding acceptance.
If you received a letter or applied for Project Lead the Way courses, it's important that you choose those classes if you are interested in that program. However, only people who have received the letter saying you were accepted into the Project Lead the Way program may choose that as an option for their science classes. Our counselor assignments are a little bit different in high school than they are in middle school. We break our students up by alphabet.
So please take this time and take a look at your last name to see who you have as a counselor. Some of the counselors we have at GHS are, as you know, Ms. White, Ms. Kulke, Dr. Harkeen, me, Mr. Ramirez, Dr. Oyoung, Ms. Torres, Ms. Walker, Ms. Ritchie, Ms. Pollard, Ms. Colatrella, and our college and career counselor, Ms. Jerry Sliffman.
Again, we will be back on Thursday to complete your registration process. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them during that time as well.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
An A and a B of it.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question here?
How would you find out which classes still?
If we're taking Spanish, do we have to put it in both columns?
Yes. Spanish is a full year class as well, so you have to take Spanish A and B.
Okay, Alexander, do you have a question?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're asking separately.
Does anybody else have a question?
No.
No questions have come through.
I mean, what are the electives, honestly?
They're on the back of the card, honey.
I see.
On Thursday, they can ask you a question.
No questions. All right, so yeah, just say that again on Thursday. You can ask more questions and see them. We have about 6 minutes left until the bell.
All right, please remember, you have a few days to look over your registration card. Make sure you review those with your families and bring them back to your science teachers so that you are ready for registration on Thursday. Feel free to ask any questions on Thursday when we return.
Looks like we just had a question come in.
Okay, we got another question.
Does the alternative classes count as an elective? Like
Please
the
say the
AP?
question again, Ms. Walker.
support?
'Cause they-
Yes, it is a credit. If you sign up for
Say the
the,
question again. They can't hear you
Sorry.
outside.
Do the alternative classes count as a credit?
Or miscellaneous classes,
yes,
Yeah.
every class that you take in high school is going to count for some sort of credit.
elective?
It would probably be an elective credit if it's a course like the AP support class. Reading would also count as an elective credit. If it's not counting for a reading, a math, a social studies, a science, it's going to go as an elective credit.
Any other questions? Codes. There are 2 codes listed for all the courses. Is that to differentiate between semester 1 and 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you please say the question again?
Yeah,
I don't think they heard.
the codes are different for A and B semester, and that is to differentiate between the A and B semester.
Can one elective be for both semesters?
No, the question is, can one elective be for both semesters? One elective can be for both semesters, but there are some programs such as POTW or Pathways where you can not double dip as far as having one class meet 2 requirements.
There is one difference on the card, on your registration card. If you are interested in orchestra under the fine arts, the orchestra is listed as an audition only. That's a mistake. Any 8th grader who is wanting to join the orchestra would be in concert orchestra, which is not listed. However, that's the course that you would choose, even though it says audition only. If you are interested in orchestra, you're going to choose that as your elective.
Okay, I guess that's.
Anything else, guys? No questions have come through, so you can say goodbye one more time.
Well, thank you
right.
for your hospitality, Forest Oaks. Can't wait to see you on Thursday.
See you Thursday.
All right. So